Non-alcoholic fatty liver disease can impair your liver function, and this also affects a lot of the problems, like later on if you want to get insurance and it's not covered, and this. Hi everybody, this is Midlife Mojo, Karen here, and I want to talk to you about the fact that we are almost reaching our Year of the Snake in 2025 for the Chinese New Year. And in a lot of our culture, food is a very essential part of the bonding and the gatherings that we have with our family. And it's very difficult as we get to our midlife, and a lot of women will notice that they will generally put on weight even if they haven't changed their eating habits or change their exercise routine. And I want to highlight to you that as much as we must enjoy our life, there is a balance to be drawn especially with festive holidays and all that, because weight gain is going to cause us a lot of problem in the long haul if we don't look into this. So one of the things that I want to highlight is especially with our what we call visceral fat. This is generally around the tummy area. And for women, if we have generally more than 35 inches ratio, the waist ratio to your hip, which is, if it's about over 35 inches, that's really not a good sign. That does cause increase in your bad cholesterol, the LDL. And this and lowers the good cholesterol, which is the HDL. With this increase of bad cholesterol, you will have problems with high blood pressure, plaque buildup that increases the risk of heart attacks and strokes. And with the weight gain, obviously, it also causes us to have more joint pains and aches, because we are carrying a lot more weight the body is carrying a lot more weight. The other thing that people don't realize is that the inflammation that can be caused due to this visceral fat, and this actually makes insulin resistance a lot worse. So this is where you will probably have instances of fatty acids in your liver, insulin function, and blood sugar levels that are not good. So for me, actually, I noticed that I already have fatty liver and that I have to control it, but it's nothing to do with alcohol intake or sugar, because I really generally in my diet, I don't. But obviously, I have to be aware and I have to look into taking medication to help with this. But this has to do a lot with the fact that we have depleted estrogen levels that causes this problem. So don't be alarmed, but do listen to your body. Do check and get those regular yearly annual checks that you can do with just a blood test, which is super simple. Non-alcoholic fatty liver disease can impair your liver function. And this also affects a lot of the problems, like later on if you want to get insurance and it's not covered, and these are problems because it's very, very common, and unfortunately insurance are very good at protecting themselves. So this is something we have to really look into. So look at as well the fact that with more visceral fat, the risk of cancers, of course, this is just a general thing, and it affects your breast, your colorectal and pancreatic cancers as well. Of course, with the production or lack of production of estrogen, sometimes you can have hormone-sensitive cancers and other hormonal issues. This is also due to that fat content that actually hits on all your organs, and this is super important for women to be aware of. That's why I talked a lot about how you can manage your weight, how you can control your weight more holistic. Don't go with those fat diets where they tell you do certain things only at, it's just a fashion or a trend at that moment. You need to find a program that actually is very consistent. It doesn't fluctuate you from extreme weight gain to extreme weight loss, and also it's a long-term commitment in the changes of your diet, which is very, very important as we hit towards those menopausal years, because it affects our sleep, it affects our hair and everything else, really. That's the main thing. So one of the things is as well, it also with visceral fat, it can affect the risk of diabetes, stroke, heart disease, which is all due to the high blood sugar, high blood pressure condition. Now, visceral fat can be reduced. One of the things that I keep telling women is that the reason you feel tired, the reason you feel unmotivated is because that hormone issue is, and it does take some effort on your part, that you have to push yourself, and at the same time to take supplements to help you boost that energy level. And that's why whether you choose to go with HRT or any supplement, is super important to look how it works for you. Now, most women don't realize this, that whether you take all this HRT and supplements, it's not one miracle cure that will work for everyone, because our body is so unique. We react differently to different elements of whether it's medication or food or supplement. So this is really important, especially with that you have to keep trying and listen to your body well. Sometimes it may be very good for certain things, certain conditions. Let's say you're taking HRTA and it really works for you for maybe your sleep quality, but unfortunately it's affecting your joint pains, example. So you got to look at what works and find that balance, and also understand hormones changes every moment in your life. So whether you choose to do a testing at 10 a.m. in the morning, it can then shift to something else by 10:30. So there's no one perfect solution to control our hormonal care. And that's why it's so important to just have a general change in terms of the lifestyle, and making sure that you eat good unprocessed food, good healthy food, good healthy fats to help you through this journey of yours. Because what I have learned over the years is, we can have our cheat days. I love my cheat days as well, where I have my cheeses and a glass of wine, or even having some sugary dessert and all that. But as long as 80% of the time you are doing the right thing, and exercise, definitely, I personally don't believe when they tell you don't need to exercise to lose weight. Your body needs to exercise. Your body needs that movement to keep not just your physical, your muscles and all that, but also the brain, because it's important. These are all really important elements in how we can control and be better in our care as we get older. The most important thing is we're not afraid of aging, right? We want to be more active and vibrant. And I noticed that as I travel, one of the things that I noticed, especially with more advanced culture, the Western modern women, as I talk to them, a lot of them are first of all, they are open to discussion, open to learning, and also they make effort to meet people, to socialize. And the more I observe women who reads more and socialize more, they tend to have better quality of their mid-age life in general. Yes, of course, they will have those symptoms and everything, but it's something that I noticed that they are, because they have a way of discussion outlets to talk about it. And and like I had this interview with an Italian lady. She says that, she's 47. She's also going through the perimenopause stage, but she makes it a point to work out 3 to 4 times a week. She makes sure to have um, meetups with her friends, whether it's over coffee or over dinner, those kind of things, and making life, being curious, and just going with the flow. These are really important aspects that I am also learning, because I think culturally, especially being Asian, a lot of us have to be this serious person that, oh, if you're moms, you have to be really serious, very prompt, and all those things. I think sometimes it's okay to have fun and have and really look at just being just taking things easy, not to be so serious about everything, and just having fun with whatever that makes you comfortable, obviously. And I think that is where I find women, especially in the Western culture, they live longer. They have hobbies, hobbies like whether it's their bridge club or their sewing club or whatever it may be, even dance. Why not? So I'm encouraging all of you women to do this, because I think living in an era where medical care is so good, and we can live a lot longer, and we can use this life of ours to be more fruitful and productive. And one of the things about being over the 50 age mark is that, you come to terms with a lot of things in your life. You have more wisdom. You are more in control of your mind, and you don't need to worry about what people think and how people would react, because you should be very comfortable in your own skin by now. And that's why I encourage all of you, because it's so important. I find that I am rediscovering. I've never been a very creative person to start with, but I feel that I am trying to explore new hobbies. I enjoy very much hiking, and enjoy very much to dance, which I am pursuing again. And this is something that I urge all of you women to do, especially back home in Malaysia. Don't let society tell you how to live your life. I feel that we have only one life, and we should make the most of it, right? So it's just and then changing your diet. Changing your diet doesn't have to be avoiding all the things that you like to eat. It's just asking you to eat, choose unprocessed food. When I say unprocessed food, don't eat your McDonald's, your high sugary content drinks like Coke and all that. Go for plain old water. That's great. Avoid sugars as much as possible. Try to up your protein, especially during the holiday season. I know it's really tempting because everyone is drinking and eating good food. So try to perhaps drink two 250 gram water, 2 glasses before you start the meal. So it helps you to fill up your tummy a little bit. Also, choose to eat your proteins first, and vegetables before eating your carbs. We still need our carbs, obviously, but eat less. And also try to include a lot of water throughout the day, so that you can help flush as much as possible. Try to do a few more extra steps in your day so that you don't, neglect your exercise. Because I promise you, always after a holiday, it's really hard to restart exercise programs again, because you've been quote unquote lazy during the holidays and then enjoying all that good food. So yeah, so those are the things that we I urge you to do. And just be mindful when you eat. Don't I find that I'm taking time to eat my food, to chew and just slowly swallow instead of gobbling down my food that I used to as I got when I was younger. Because I think what it does is also it helps the brain tell, or the stomach tell the brain that, okay, we are getting there. It's almost, you don't have to eat to until explosion kind of thing. You eat by about 60-70% full and leave it at that. So enjoy your holidays, enjoy your Chinese New Year, and I know that this 2025 will be a really awesome year, and I wish you 恭喜发财, and most of all, enjoy your family, enjoy life, because make the most of it. All right, so I see you then. Hi, everyone.